It's going this as
Hi guys.
hey there. We're still letting everybody coming in, so give us another 2 minutes and then we'll start soon, yeah? Chat's that side.
What you doing?
See, it's just I can't find another job.
Town council. So, my darling, when's your exams? You got 2 sets of exams coming up.
Gonna be mute
September,
everybody
October.
soon.
So you got 2 months. Study.
All right, everybody. This is about 2 minutes in. We'll start in about 5 minutes. We have already 29 participants coming in. I'm going to stop the share now and okay, how's everybody? My name's Bash. I'm going to be running town hall for the next 5 minutes until I hand it over to Jules. Just a few things that we'd like to say before we start the town hall meeting for the event 2024. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming in so far. This is great to see the participation already coming in through Zoom. So we have on the 25th of November, Streetopia. This is in Observatory in Cape Town. And if you're a volunteer, please send us an email through to volunteers@africaburnt.com if you'd like to volunteer at the Streetopia event. Yeah, that'll be great for everybody that's finding out more about Africa Burn. If you already are a volunteer, it'll be great to have you there from 10 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock the afternoon. Then we are here today to start sharing the screen again. Where is it now? This one here. To look at how we're going to send out the news, how can I say, site to how the site is going to work and what creation is all about. Our agenda is tonight, I'm going to give a quick intro of how to go about using the expression of creative intent. And then, wrong one here. Then Julia will be taking over from there. She'll be talking about tickets. And after Julia, we'll have 15 minutes of questions open to the town hall. Okay, let's see here. Stop this here. And then go to here. So we at the org and Africa Burn community would like to invite you, the makers, the dreamers, the cosmic explorers, the creative participants, to journey with us to the sands of Kwakfontein, to the heart of creation. Now, but first, to do so, we'd like you to visit updated Africa Burn website to find out all the information you need to know and how to register your expression of creative intent. So what does creative, or let's say the expression of creative intent, and we need to show this, share, please hang in here with me, I think there and here, and share the slide. So now we all know it's creation, the theme of our 2024 Africa Burn event. And with that, everybody is going to go out and then register themselves on the information machine. Now, the link is not live yet, and we'll be sending this out soon, but yes, it will be very soon, as in tomorrow. You'll be, well, you'll need to open up your account on this new site. And when you do so, you can see create a new profile, and there it has 4 steps asking for your name, surname, who you are, and add a profile pic, things like that, and ID number or passport number. There are 4 more steps you'll go through there. And then once I've created an account, you'll get an email from the information machine. And as you can see, that link is hashed out from now until it's live. You'll click on that and you'll go through a few more steps and you'll find yourself inside the information machine showing your account and everything that you put in there. Once you go through that, click on dashboard. You see it top right. And then you'll be presented with your personal dashboard with registering or pre-registering your expression of intent. From there, I want to go through to this screen where from here you'll see, once you click on that button, submit your registration, pre-registration, it gives you a bit of literature for you to read through. Now, I know it looks long, but in here it gives you all the information that you need as a new user or participant. Otherwise, if you're a returning participant or user, you know most of this information, but it'll be great for you to go through all this and refresh your mind on everything that's Africa Burn related. Or rather as a participant in Africa Burn. Yeah, you can select your project type. There's quite a few here you can go through. You figure it out. If this is your first, no idea, please help. Yeah, then you add in your working title. As you can see that there's the testing that I was doing, and you click a few times, next, and then you'll find yourself registering your first project as an expression of creative intent. Cool. And I think it's pretty much what I need to talk about. Let's just check here. Switch over there. Yes, all right. And then, don't you want to stop? If you have any questions and suggestions, please email art@africaburn.com or see you now. Here we go. You're on mute.
Oh, okay, sorry, Bash. Did you call me? Because you actually froze
Yes,
up there. You froze up there for a second, so we didn't quite know.
Is it? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am now done with my intro, and yeah, away for you.
Cool. All right. Well, yes. Welcome to everyone to the Africa Burn Ticketing Town Hall. This is your one-stop shop to ask all the questions you have about tickets. And yeah, I'd be happy to answer them. But just so you know, it's not majorly different to how we've done it in the past, just with a few kind of changes. But let me kind of kick off with the presentation. Here we go. Slideshow. Right, is everyone happy with that? You can see that. Bash, good. Okay. All right. So basically,
yes, we can see. Thank you.
Right. So basically this year we've done a bit of a full circle in terms of how to just in terms of our sales. Back right in the very, very beginning where we introduced direct distribution tickets, which were tickets that we directly distribute to creative projects. We always used to sell those direct distribution tickets before the general sale. And then as our supply of, the demand and the supply of tickets sort of well, the supply of tickets was available for the demand. The direct distribution sort of process fell away because there was so many tickets on the market for people to buy that there wasn't much need for direct distribution tickets. So we moved the direct distribution ticket sale to after the general sale to just kind of fill in the gaps for creative projects that might not have gotten tickets during the general sales. But since then, we have found that there now is more of a need to have a direct distribution ticket sale. So we're now moving that back to happening before the general sale. So just to run through the sales that you can see on my screen, there's going to be four main sales to the Burn this year. The first sale kicks off tomorrow on Wednesday, the 6th of September, and that's your expensive ticket sale. Now, the expensive ticket sale is exactly what the name says. It's the expensive ticket types, which we have priced at a price that both internationals can afford and wealthier South Africans can afford. These tickets are donation-based tickets. So the difference between the general sales ticket price and the Mayday and New Horizon ticket types, which are the two ticket types, is a donation to the Burn. So those tickets go on sale tomorrow, and they're on sale until they sell out, whenever that will be. And I'm not too sure, but they definitely do sell out before what we're finding is that they do sell out before the Burn happens. But it is a sort of slow sale. Now, this thing that is happening tomorrow as well is your creative project registrations start. So this is what Bash was talking about. This is when you're going to register your creative intention for the Burn. So if you would like to, whatever it is that you'd like to do, an artwork, a theme camp, a mutant vehicle, or a Binnikering performance, this is when this starts tomorrow, and you register your intention to do a project at the Burn. And at the same time, you will get to request a number of tickets, creative direct distribution tickets that you'll be able to give to your crews. Now, the exciting thing this year is that the direct distribution tickets are cheaper than the general sales ticket, which is effectively the cheapest ticket on sale. So we've priced the direct distribution tickets at 2,499, which you'll recall was the 2023 ticket price. So we haven't changed that ticket price. And so I guess why we've done this is because we want to urge people, obviously, to create beautiful things in the desert. But the other thing is that the things that happen at the Burn are through, the stuff that we all experience at the Burn is through our creators. And so we priced, we have got a lower price because of that. But the other thing is, and this sort of relates to actual ticket sales, is that we have found that the direct distribution ticket process is very people get allocated these tickets. They don't allocate them out until the last minute, and then people miss the deadline to buy the tickets and blah 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 blah. So we've also priced them so that we hope that the creative crews will sort of do the process of buying the tickets during the sale, because they are obviously cheaper than the general sales ticket. So basically, how direct distribution tickets work is that you as a creative lead will request an allocation of tickets. It will go to an advisory board, and we will decide how many tickets your project kind of requires, and we'll give you an allocation of tickets. You as the creative lead will then allocate your tickets out to your crew. And this is quite a laborious process because you need to get their name, their email address, their ID number, and then you allocate the ticket to them, and then your creative crew needs to go into Quicket and purchase those tickets before the deadline. Now, the thing that we've also changed this year is the contributor sale is a 1-week sale from Friday the 24th of November until Friday the 1st of December. So what this means is that you as the creative lead will get an allocation of tickets. you allocate those tickets out. But there is only 1 week where the sales actually open. So this will be when your crew needs to go in to purchase those tickets. That's very important. Now, so that's basically the contributor sale, which happens from Friday the 24th of November until Friday the 1st of December. And once that contributor sale is finished, there will be no direct distribution tickets available to creative crews, to anything. We want to try and conclude that sale during those dates, because it's a very admin intensive job for both us and for the creative projects. And so we want to kind of conclude that then. Then after the contributor sale, and that's literally sort of the contributor sale closes on the 1st of December, and on Monday, the 4th of December at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, the main sale starts. So this is the main sale. This is general sale tickets are available to anyone who wants to come to the burn. And what this means is that anyone who's on a creative crew who didn't get their ticket in the contributor sale, or maybe missed the deadline for whatever reason, and there's usually many, will still be able to secure a ticket at a slightly higher price of 2,799 in the main sale, which is happening on the 4th of December. And that sale will remain open until sold out. But from what we're seeing is that I think that sale will probably only remain open for about 72 hours. Actually, no, sorry. Last year it was only open for 17 hours. So I think that those tickets will sell out pretty soon. And then that's sort of tickets. That's kind of the most available tickets to the burn will be available at the main sale. And the main sale, once that sells out, sort of concludes tickets. But then once everything is all said and done, we will still have a last chance sale on Wednesday, the 28th of February. And that sale will also be open until sold out. But do not wait for that sale, because I'm literally keeping about 200 tickets aside for that sale to put into that sale. And then any leftover kind of DDTs or that we haven't sold in any of the previous sales will go into that sale. So it's going to be a small sale, a very small sale. And it will be a last chance sale, but it's going to go fast. It's going to go probably faster than the general sales. So my advice to everyone is to get your tickets by the time the main, if all else fails, if you're not part of a creative project and you don't get access to DDTs, direct distribution tickets, then definitely get your tickets in the main sale, and definitely be online at 12 o'clock on Monday, the 4th of December to get your tickets. So that's basically the timeline. We did find that the expensive sale kind of remains on sale right up until after the general sales sells out. But those tickets, as you can see, are quite pricey at 5,499 Rand. And the New Horizon is 3,799 Rand. So if you don't want to pay a premium, then definitely make sure you're at the general sale. So that's the ticket timeline. I'm going to just run through each of the tickets just to give you details about it, a little bit more details than what I've already given. Okay, so May Day tickets, as I said, it's 5,499. There's only 1,300 tickets available, May Day tickets available, and those will sell when the sale will end once they sell out. The thing about this ticket that there's a lot of misconceptions about is that everyone thinks that if you're an international participant, you have to buy this ticket. And that is not true. It is just priced for international participants who are able to afford this price tickets. It's very much, in fact, it's slightly cheaper than a festival ticket that you pay in Europe or America. So it's just a ticket type that international participants can stomach. And of course, then it's giving a donation to Africa Burn. Then the New Horizon ticket, it's a slightly less expensive ticket from the May Day ticket at 3,799 Rand. And basically what we did, this kind of came about actually it was before COVID, but it's basically if South Africans, local people are in a position to pay a little bit more for their ticket, then May Day tickets might be a little bit too expensive. So we thought, well, let's price a 3,799 ticket, which might be a little bit more affordable for wealthier South Africans. So that's generally the idea around New Horizon tickets. Again, it's a donation-based ticket, and it goes to basically the donation goes to kind of enabling the things that Africa Burn wants to do in the world, and of course making other subsidized tickets available for people that can't afford to come to the burn. Just importantly about the New Horizon and the May Day tickets, and this is a question I get a lot in the in support, is they're not VIP tickets. It does not come with any additional benefits to have a May Day or a New Horizon ticket. It's just a donation-based ticket. We're all equal when we get to the burn. All right, so then the direct distribution tickets, there's 1,200 tickets available, roughly. They are slightly less expensive than the general sales at 2,499 Rand. The requests start tomorrow when you register your creative intention, your creative project. And the requests will close on the 23rd of November because, like I said earlier, the sale starts on the 24th of November at 12 until the 1st of December at 6 p.m. 4 p.m. in the evening. So it's a 1-week sale only, and every creative contributor needs to remember that, please. So the most important thing about these timelines is that if you are a creative contributor and a creative lead and you've got the basket of tickets to allocate out, you can still allocate those tickets out while the sale is happening, but just make sure that you allocate those tickets out with good time for the person who's receiving the ticket to be able to buy it before the 1st of December deadline at 4 p.m. So often what happens is people wake up on the day that we're closing the direct distribution ticket sales, and they allocate all their tickets out with literally 2 hours for like 24 crew members to buy their tickets. And then, of course, their 24 people don't get their tickets because the deadline comes and goes. And then it becomes a ticket support problem. So please get onto allocating your tickets out so that your crew can buy their tickets in that 1-week sale. Okay, so general sales tickets. These are the ones that is available to everyone. The sale goes, they go on sale on the 4th of December at 12 o'clock. And it's basically a cost price ticket, which is priced at the amount it costs Africa Burn to have you in the desert. So essentially this is the ticket cost for this year, unless you can afford the other tickets. Minor tickets. So minor tickets are full price tickets. So we've got May Day minors, we've got New Horizon minors, and we've got general sale minors. And basically these tickets are available. These tickets must be purchased by people who are between the ages of 15 and 17 years old. And the way that you purchase these tickets is that they have to be purchased with an adult ticket. The ticket type, and this is a change this year, the minor ticket type will not be available in the regular kind of where you select your tickets on Quicket. They're only going to be available once you've bought your adult ticket. So it's important to note that a minor attending the burn needs to be accompanied by an adult 28 years and older, and we check this at the gate. And that adult of 28 years and older cannot have more than 4 kids and minors in their care. And this is just to make sure that we've got adequate supervision for kids and minors on site. So if you've got a minor coming with you and you're buying them their ticket and you can't find the ticket type in the regular drop-down box, don't worry, it will come later on in the purchase once you've purchased your ticket. And then kids tickets. Kids tickets, I'm very happy to say that we have decided to give kids tickets for free this year because we want to encourage more kids coming to the burn. And those again they kind of work the same way as minors. You're only able to purchase them once an adult ticket has been purchased, and you're going to have to upload a parent legal guardian indemnity form, which you can download from the Africa Burn website. And Again, we will be checking kids at the gate and their adult, and we'll be linking the wristband, the kids' wristband to the parents' wristband. I'll talk about that a bit later. But those are for free this year, which I think is a really good development on our side. So please bring your kids. And the other thing, actually, sorry, just a side note, is kids tickets are available at the gate, but I'd urge you to purchase them before, because what I'd really like to do is that I'm going to take all the kids tickets that have been purchased and I'm going to put everyone in touch with each other so that perhaps you can form a kids community somewhere on the Binnekring, like a Kidsville, like they have at Burning Man, and we used to have in the Gnomes Hat on at the Old Land, Stony. So that's why I'd urge you to actually buy your kids ticket, or at least redeem your kids ticket before online instead of purchasing it at the gate. Okay, Natty tickets. Now, Natty tickets they're 299 Rand. And Natty tickets are offered to recognize the disparity within South Africa and acknowledge that many economically marginalized individuals don't have the means to partake in Africa Burn. So this ticket type are for people that literally live on the breadline. But to make the event more inclusive is to have a ticket type that we allow them, well, not allow them, but we bring them to the desert. And they're an application-based ticket. Applications open on the 2nd of October at 12 o'clock, and they close on the 1st of December, and they need to be purchased before February the 28th. So these when we say applications, they're means-based tickets. So you have to fill through a whole application form, and we ask for sort of bank statement, income information, all that sort of stuff, to make sure that you qualify for an Natty ticket. So yeah, that's the Natty program. And so the May Day tickets and the New Horizon ticket buyers, these are the tickets that you help subsidize. So those are turnaround, and just importantly is that these tickets are only available to people living in or nationals of African countries. So it's not available to anyone outside of Africa, essentially. All right, subsidized tickets are slightly more expensive from the Natty tickets. They're 999 Rand. Again, the applications open on the 2nd of October, and the applications will close when we've got 300 of these tickets available, and the applications will close when we reach that 300 limit, which we usually reach pretty quickly. Now, these tickets they're also means-based, but they basically are available to students, single parents, first-time business, people starting their own business, that sort of thing. So you go through a big application process, and you have to give us your income and your expenses and all that sort of stuff, and then we see whether or not you qualify for a subsidized ticket. So this is open to everyone. Anyone can apply for these tickets. And again, the May Day and New Horizon people, ticket holders, help subsidize these tickets. Okay, e-tolls. Now, e-tolls it's a new name that we're calling, it's a new name for vehicle passes. And the reason why we have changed the name is because last year there was so much scalping happening, and people being scammed out of their money with these scammers who would buy vehicle passes and then sell them to people as a ticket to the event, where if you buy this ticket, you're allowed to take your vehicle in. And people just don't realize that actually the vehicle pass was just for your vehicle. It didn't get a human into the event. And so we realized that the vehicle pass name of that pass was sort of misleading people in a scamming sense. So we've renamed it in an attempt to curb scamming to e-tolls, but it's essentially the same as the vehicle passes that we've always had. And not every single person, but every car coming through the event gate needs to have an e-toll pass. And you'll get a sticker to be able to get through the gate. So it's only Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Hey, Jules, I hope you're all right, but that's good. Let's go water
Sorry,
with
man.
you. No, it's all
Yeah,
good.
thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically e-tolls, it's one e-toll per car, so it's not everyone needs to buy one of these tickets. Now, pensioner tickets are again also free, and they're available to participants who are 70 years and older. And all you need to do is email your ID, a copy of your ID, to tickets@africaburn, and we will check that you are indeed 70 years and older, and then we'll allocate you a free ticket. And I always find it really impressive how many 70-year-olds come to the burn, legitimate 70-year-olds. Okay, so basically those are all the ticket types. So if you've got any questions around that, I don't know if there are any questions that we need to answer. Bash, has there been any questions around them?
No, our chat has been clear.
Okay.
I guess we can open it up, or you
No.
carry on still, sorry.
Yeah. Then buying for someone else. So everyone's got, you're able to buy two tickets per purchase. So you only, basically we do that so that you don't get sort of theme camps buying all 25 tickets, and because you go through your onboarding process, which is the registration, which I actually need to talk about. But basically everyone who buys a ticket needs to register for the event, which goes through a whole bunch of questions, which we really want everyone to engage with. And so by limiting the tickets to 2 per person, we achieve that a lot better. But also just we don't want sort of one person being able to buy many tickets and not making tickets available to other people. So if you are buying for someone else, please make sure the information that you have to provide Africaburn is quite lengthy. So please just make sure that you've got this information when you go in to buy your ticket. You need to have the person's ID number, their contact details, including their address, because we ask where the person's from, because that's quite interesting data for us. Their medical aid details or their travel insurance details. This is a new requirement that we're putting in this year, because the healthcare cluster has asked for those details, because it's just hugely useful where if you find yourself in the medical tent. Their chronic medical conditions and medication. This also is something that has been requested from the healthcare cluster. And then an emergency contact details of someone not at Africaburn. So this is someone that we can contact in the event of an emergency. And then the emergency contact name of someone attending the burn with them. More than likely, if you're buying the ticket for them, it will be you. But if perhaps you're buying for someone else, a stranger, helping them out or whatever, please just make sure that you have that information as well. So just to talk to this, when you check into the event, for those of you, if there's any newcomers on this call, when you check into the event, we give you a wristband, and on your wristband, there's a unique number, and we link your wristband to the information in the database, which is then in the Joint Operations Center in the event. And if you are in an emergency situation, you can't talk for yourself, we have access to your information and we're able to help you. And the amount of times that this has helped the medical care cluster makes it an absolutely valuable exercise for us. A lot of people say, don't like the queues at the gate and sort of want to scan the tickets at the car like Burning Man does. But we can't link the wristband to you if we do it any other way. So that's why you experience queues at the gate, and it's hugely valuable for people in emergency situations. All right, so checking in at the gate. Now, because we're linking your wristband to your details in the Cricket database, it's very important that you are the person, basically the name on your ticket is the same name. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. your ticket needs to be in your name, and the name in your ID book needs to match that name. And of course, the person peering through the window needs to match the picture in the ID book. So we need to have the ticket in your name so that we can link you to all your emergency information. Kids and minors, like I said earlier, need to be accompanied by an adult 28 years and older, and no more than 4 kids or minors per adult. Each car has to have an e-toll pass, which can also be purchased at the gate. And like I said, kids' tickets are available at the gate, but if you do purchase them at the gate, you will need to fill in the indemnity form. So what we would ask of you is to actually download it from the internet before you arrive in the desert, and then just hand it to us at the gate so that we can speed up the gate process. Okay. Resales of tickets. So at some point, if you've done the maths, we're only going to be selling 10,000 tickets to this year's event. And the reason for that is because we need to, the human scaffold that looks after, all the crew that looks after the burn, we need to make sure that we are able to look after 10,000 people for a week in the desert. But also from another point of view is we need to grow the event gradually, because we need to have as many contributors as we do spectators, which is always the case at the burn. And the moment that the contributors less and the spectators go up, then our event struggles quite a bit. So we're just growing it gradually and hoping that everyone does participate in the event. So as a result, there's a lot of we're probably going to sell out pretty soon, and there will be a lot of tickets that are going to be going on sale from scammers. Apparently there's tickets already on sale for Africa Burn on Viagogo, that website. And I mean, we haven't even opened ticket sales. Like, they put tickets on sales before we even knew what the ticket price was. So if you are purchasing, or any of your friends are purchasing a ticket after we have sold out, please make sure that you purchase that ticket on the Quicket website. Don't buy tickets off Viagogo. Don't buy it off Gumtree. Don't buy it off Facebook Marketplace, because you're likely going to get scammed, and it's horrible. These people arrive at the event gate. They've spent thousands of rands on tickets, and their ticket is fake. So please only buy your ticket off Quicket. Now, okay, hold on, let me go here. Okay, sorry, I didn't change the heading. So if you are buying a ticket from someone else, or if you are selling a ticket, these are the ways that you can kind of change the ticket into someone else's name. So if, for example, you have bought a ticket for your partner and your partner can no longer make it, but your child wants to come with you, you need to then edit the details on the ticket to reflect your child's names. So if you go into Quicket, there's the edit function, and you've only got one edit, and you can go in and edit the details on that ticket. If you're selling the ticket onto someone else, or if you are buying the ticket from someone else, there's a transfer function on Quicket, but this doesn't include the secure transfer of money. So if you are if you're selling or buying a ticket from a friend, then, and you're happy to just exchange the money, they EFT you or give you the cash or whatever it is, and you know that you're going to get that money, then you can use the transfer function on Quicket. And what this does is that you transfer the ticket into your friend's name, and it cancels the original barcode, generates a new barcode for your friend, and then your friend, very importantly, needs to go and download that ticket from Quicket, because they have to fill in all their information, all their emergency information. So if you're using that transfer function, just make sure that if you're buying or if you're selling, that the person who's getting the ticket downloads that ticket from the email that you get from Quicket that says you've been transferred a ticket. So just remember that transfer function doesn't have the secure exchange of money. So if you find someone that you want to buy or sell a ticket to, but you don't really know that person and you'd prefer to have the secure exchange of money, then there's the Quicket private sale function, or the private sale function on Quicket. And that is basically you upload your ticket onto Quicket, you select who that ticket is going to be transferred to, and then it does the same as the transfer. It cancels your barcode, it generates a new barcode, and then that person, the person buying the ticket, pays the money to Quicket, and it's a bit like Airbnb. And that money then gets paid into your account once the the money's in their account, and then the ticket gets transferred to that person. So that's if you find someone that you want to sell the ticket to or buy the ticket from. Then if you don't have anyone to sell the ticket to or buy a ticket from, you don't know anyone selling or buying a ticket, then there's the public sale, resale on Quicket. And that basically works a bit like Step used to. If some of you can remember what Step was, you basically upload your ticket to the Quicket public resale system, and someone who's looking for a ticket will select, cool, I want to buy it, and then the same thing happens. The barcode gets cancelled, a new one gets generated. Once the money is paid into Quicket, it will then get paid into the seller's account. So this is the only way that you should get a ticket once we have sold out on secondary sales. Don't do it any other way. And I guess if you find someone selling a ticket on Facebook and you ask them to please upload it onto the private resale, the resale platform on Quicket, and they refuse to, then you're pretty sure that it's a scam. So that's one way of verifying tickets that you do find, on Facebook or on the socials, is that if they decline to upload it onto the private resale, then it's a scam. Yeah, so that's it in terms of resales. And then I just thought I would close off with the gate opening and closing times, because this is very important. I think the most important thing to note is that from Monday till Thursday, the gate is open from 9 a.m. until 1 a.m. in the morning. And then on Friday, we close the gate at 7 o'clock in the evening, and then the gate is basically closed. And you can't come in unless you've already been wristbanded. So you can, once you're wristbanded, you can come and go as you please. Although I wouldn't, because the R355 eats your tires. But basically the gate closes officially at 7 o'clock on Friday, the 3rd of May. And if you are a creative contributor and you need to access the event before the gates officially open on Monday, the 29th of April, then you need to be in possession of a work access pass or a WAP. And this is kind of done the same way as your DD, your direct distribution request, is that you will request a number of work access passes, and that will allow you access to the event before the gate opens on the 29th of April. And that process sort of starts in January, because we find that that's sort of when the creative crews know who their crews are going to be. So that's pretty much it on tickets. So if anyone's got any questions, then now's your time to ask.
Yeah, we've had one question come through, not so much about tickets, but when you spoke about using the medical facilities on site. It comes from Stiletto. If I get injured on site, will I be liable for the cost of on-site treatment? And what about medical evac?
So
if you want to take on.
Yeah, I can answer that. So basically, the most medical treatment on site is very minimal. There's only so much that they can do. So if it's a very serious incident, they'll more than likely transport you to the nearest hospital, and that won't be for your account. But if you need to be medevaced off site, then that will be for your account, and that's sort of why we are asking for medical aid and medical insurance details, because we can just quicken the process up with that.
Thanks. And Stiletto again saying, why not atoll? Stiletto, would you like to ask or elaborate more on that?
Sure. I just thought like it would be an atoll would be slightly more Africa Bernie, but it's just me. Sorry, being not funny.
You can call it an atoll.
Thanks, Jules. I totally will.
Okay, cool. Willem agrees with you. Anything else?
Not so much more from chat, but any hands up? I don't see any either. It is open to town hall for questions. I just make sure that everybody knows that. Let's see. I think Willem was actually saying that you nailed it, Jules, in giving the presentation there. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Yeah, I guess maybe one question from my side would be, would there be a website link that I can see with this information that we sent?
Actually, I'm glad you asked. Yes. So basically, my presentation is basically me screen grabbing the website. So everything that you saw here is on the website, and the website handle is tickets.africaburn.org. But if you go onto the main site, I'm sure there'll be a tickets button as well on the africaburn.com website. There'll be a tickets button there. Someone wants the prices for the tickets. Yeah, let me show you my thing again. Here we go. So the May Day tickets, which go on sale tomorrow are 5,499 Rand or 3,799 Rand for the New Horizon. Those are the donation-based tickets. Those go on sale tomorrow, and the sales will end when they sell out. The direct distribution tickets, which are the tickets that you get through your creative project, are 2,499 Rand. The general sales tickets, which is open to everyone, is 2,799 Rand. And that's it. And then I guess the Anati tickets are 299 Rand, which are means-based tickets, and the subsidized tickets are 999 Rand, which is on application as well, a means-based ticket. Any more questions?
Let's see here. Nina says, thank you for all the helpful info. Are the New Horizon tickets available to internationals?
Yeah, so there's a misconception about the New Horizon tickets and the May Day tickets, is that in our description is initially sort of 3 years ago when we created the tickets, we said that basically they're the expensive ticket type. They go on sale. They don't have a sale end date. They just sit there, and you're able to come on whenever you like to buy those tickets. And the reason we did that is that the reason why we made them so expensive was also because you're sort of buying into the privilege of being able to buy your ticket at any time. And so it's sort of aimed at the international participants who need to make travel arrangements. So if you need to book your ticket and get your visas and that sort of stuff, the May Day ticket it's a useful ticket type to buy, but it does come at a premium. But anyone can buy a May Day ticket, and anyone can buy a New Horizon ticket, and anyone can buy a general sales ticket. So international people are absolutely welcome to buy a general sales ticket as well. But if they want to get an expensive ticket type, just to secure a ticket and then do their travel arrangements, then that's the privilege that they're if they're able to afford that, then they're able to get it then. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. So Slater says expensive tickets roughly less than a quarter of Burning Man's general. Yeah. That's correct. And
Yeah, look,
at-
the Africa Burn tickets, we still remain the cheapest burn in the world. I think there was one other burn that might have been slight. No, I think we remain to be the cheapest burn in the world, even with the May Day ticket price.
sure.
Yeah.
Cool. So far, I think we've answered all the questions that's been given to us.
Cool. Shall we wrap it
anything
up then? Shall we call it a
Yeah.
wrap? All right. Cool. Great, everyone. Thank you so much for attending. If you've got any questions at all, please email tickets@africaburn.com and you'll probably get a response from me. And if you've got any technical questions, like, I don't know, my payment's not working or whatever, that's more of a question for support@quicket.com. So yeah, Quicket sort of deal with the technical glitches and the payment problems, and the tickets@africaburn.com email address deals with the more kind of lengthy questions, Africa Burn related questions. Cool.
Excellent. And then just again quickly, the art email addresses it's art@africaburn and dmv@africaburn. Thanks again, Jules. This was fun.
All right. Great.
TCC for the theme camp committee at africaburn.org.
Theme. Oh yes, and camp at
Cool.
Africa
Thank
Burn.
you, gentlefolk.
Well, guys, thanks very much for coming.
Cheers,
job.
see you guys
Cheers,
soon.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah. Ciao, ciao. Bye.